What is going on, warriors? It's your boy Shinryu back again with another video again, and we're pretty much it's time for the testing of the units. Okay, obviously we know the two new characters that are in game right now. We're talking about Summer Ibuki as well as Mommy Dalsim. Okay, so here are the units in all their glory and splendor. Some Ibuki right here. Look at all that stuff, right? And then of course got Mommy Dalsim looking all menacing in his own gear as well, looking extremely menacing, right? You look at the wake up at night, look at this kind of stuff, man. You're running out of wherever you're at, right? I'm telling you the facts here. So what's going on right now? We're about to go right ahead and test this unit here, okay? Easiest way to test them, I'll give you pretty much criteria as to, like I said, what consists of a successful unit. We discussed some Ibuki first. We're gonna go right ahead and test her. We're gonna go um over to you know the where is it, the limited experience. All right, so when it comes to limited experience, right, obviously this, you have a lot of factors here right now. You're having, like, a bunch of good units already that are all set and good to go. All right, and of course you're all maxed out, right? That's pretty much it. But you have to understand that you're not going to get them maxed out right away. Even if they're legendary, you're still gonna have to worry about the cars, right? So you also have to be considering the viability prior to when they actually get to the max out position, how soon they can actually be used. But otherwise, this is more or less like just testing out max out characters. Now, here's what consists of a successful unit for me. All right. The number one thing is, is viability. Any unit. If I find myself trying to strategize and think too much about the combination of the characters not to make them successful, you've already lost a major point in my book. If I realize, because what that is saying is that you're not typically good on your own, and even if we're actually succeeding and you're doing little things here and there, it is more or less because of the units around you that we're actually success, right? That's typically what that actually gives. The second thing I also look at is I look at the caliber of the bosses that you're facing, right? And we don't want to do this one. Yeah. If you're seeing top tier bosses like uh, Bison, Ryu, or maybe Akuma and Sagat to some extent, right? Then you know that this is already a character that are telling you that you don't want to mess around with. But if you're seeing regulars right now, I see Dawson here, there are listening to Chase and all the other regular faction characters. That's also a sign that what, this character might not be as crazy as you think. Now, look at the Ryu's event, for example. Having Bison there, having like just Sagat, all that kind of stuff there. Was Sagat there? I can't even remember. But and then of course you look at Nero and Virgil. You look at the caliber. Like, actually, they had Ryu, they had Akuma, and they were smoking them easily. Actually, Virgil. So that's how you know that those are like OP characters. So we're welcoming the Dawson right now. That's just stage one. So over here we have Dudley, stage 2. Look over here, we have Gal, stage 3. Look at here, we have Yonder, stage 4. Look at here, we have Mad Ryu, stage 5. Look over here, we have Akuma, stage, I'm just saying stage because of the sequence at which I'm actually clicking on this. And Akuma, in my opinion, is sort of I think it's kind of like the weakest of the top tier guys. For example, I rank, Bison first, in terms of like PV, if you're going against them, Bison, Ryu, Sagat, and maybe Akuma, right? That's the way I actually see it, in terms of difficulty once you're in that team. But there are some regular units that are like, nuts. For example, we have Sea Viper and all that stuff, but they're not the lead ones here. So let's just go right ahead and let's just test it out, right? So, like I said, first things first is we don't want to think about what we're picking. We're just on the pick based on, we like this character, whatever. So, for example, I like put Mad Ryu. I'm going to put Mad Ryu anyways. I'm not going to worry about tanks. I'm going to put Chun-Li there as well and see if there's anyone that actually, is a buffer. No buffers for now, so we're just going to go ahead and let's just put E100 because he's my favorite tank in the game, and we can put Chun-Li out. All right, that means we don't get our Eerie once we start. But as you remember, I believe Ibuki has a very, very nice super combo. Because the other two are not manually unleashed. What happens is that you toss a ring equal to 100% of attack, and then you increase your speed. which is what we want to do, right? We want to see how we boost our supers. So obviously we're gonna have an advantage because we're faster. As you can see, it's already boosted already. This one boost speed. Do this. Come up, for example, with Jolene. But you can see she's tossing and stuff and doing that damage here and there. Looking pretty easy so far. But then, with the caliber of characters that I have on the team, as well as the opposition, I would say, at least I didn't have to think about my units, so the advantage so far. Over here, let's just see. I'm just gonna let's pick some wacky characters, right? Let's pick characters that I consider wacky. For example, her. We have a tank. Of course, the game is also strategy, but and Gal's not so wacky in my own book, so it's actually a good advantage. But I want to see how she fares. How does she help characters like this? All right, with the speed, it should be actually good. So let's see here. All right, we're gonna start with her again. Oh, we only lost the heal out. Yes. I think I have C1 and C2s, but as you can see, she's taking care of these Regis quite easily, as expected. And her assist, she's more or less like Go Magalakan than Madri in that you don't have any you don't have any criteria to actually unleash certain moves. Like for example, Madri to unleash his C1, you actually have to finish it. You have to finish. You have to deliver the shuriken, and you and 18 seconds must have passed prior in order to do it. Meaning, you couldn't have done it previously and have the chance to do it again within 18 seconds. I actually hope that time actually drops, because I actually need to even look at it very again. I don't know if it actually drops the time once you push certain moves, but So that's that here. Honestly, like the caliber of the enemies are quite simple. This is definitely not a true test at all. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend like a save. It is. And the reason why I say so is because like almost any other unit, if they're boosted, they will be able to beat these characters. And then as you can see, the enemies don't even have their cars, so don't actually. I think I did this wrong, but like I said, these are like easy. I'm actually curious to see how the Akuma one goes, because I think it's the only one that's gonna pose a challenge. Um, Maria has to take out somebody for him to pose a challenge. Okay, these guys actually have the cars, so sorry, apologies, did not select right now and right there. I'm actually even gonna auto this because I'm not even seeing any need for me to actually, you know, they're quite simple. I'm actually peeking right now, but the truth is that they're actually quite easy units here. I'm gonna go see. All right, that's actually a good combo. The caliber of enemies are like so simple. I'm not even gonna expect any challenges here, really. You see what I'm saying? Like, but let's not sleep on the damage that she's doing. Okay. I shouldn't have actually gone to 4 speed. So because we're actually going to see if her influence, right? So we're going to do a 1 speed this time. All right, just go right ahead and drop the speed to 1. All right, and let's see how our influence is coming through in the game here. Okay. What's going on here? Sorry, apologies. I didn't ask for. Some of it was to start the combo, so I don't know what just happened there. I don't want her. I don't want her like, I gave it to someone. Yeah, yeah. So, or did I just miss it? Maybe I missed her combo. Let's see. All right. Let's go right ahead. Let's take a look at this again. All right. This is kind of like one of like the most, on. I'm hoping that they didn't do this on purpose to try and deceive us to thinking that this unit is really great. Because I'm looking at everything right now and I'm not seeing challenges at all from the other team. This is the first time I'm actually getting challenges. Alright, let's see what happens. So, okay. I'm not seeing her jumping up and doing anything for now. Alright, come on, let's see what you got. Okay, so you done your first one. Okay, I see your gesturing. Okay, there you go. Toss another one again. This guy seems to be like just seems to be tough right now, which is kind of, yeah. And these are like just regular characters. They're not like destroy. Maybe Poison is an exception, of course. Iona is a very, very awesome tank, but yeah, like by herself right now, you can't expect her to win. She's probably going to get more speed, but E-Hunter is healing himself. Alright, so it's going to be a challenge. That's all she does. But okay, so she failed this time around, and like I said before, it shouldn't matter what the units are. I'm going to pick the same units again because I would think that should be an issue. We're going to use her to start again because like I said, it's all about her speed, so I want that speed. Let's go right here and let's see how it works out. Okay, I can just see her summer rings, just floating all about. Looks like she's doing more damage this time around. I don't know what happened last time. I guess also, and they're taking out Ibuki again. Oh no. Let's check out my Ibuki this time. So let's see how the rest of the guys fare without her in the lineup, because obviously. Actually, I actually like the current outcome here, and what I'm trying to say here is this. So if you guys remember, right, in the previous fight, they actually took out Mad Ryu, right, and after that they kind of seemed weak, despite the fact that she was giving them that the combo, I mean the speed, but they kind of like fell weak. But this time around. Looks like as if she was taken out, and Ryu was able to use his damage to actually succeed. So that's actually like gives me a bit of a concern for the character. Definitely not like Ryu level, right? So going to go right ahead and go and face Zangief. I mean that's Zangief Akuma, and let's see how that turns out. Okay, yeah. So okay, we got Bison here. Obviously you're gonna have Bison in your lineup, let's just be frank. But first of all, like I said, we're still trying to test. Let's just test just any random unit here. Let's bring a bunch of not the greatest units. All right, okay, I'll put him here so you can actually toss a sponge. Oh, so they're not a good combination, unfortunately. What about if I do it this way? No, still doesn't work out. Okay, we're gonna have to swap some for, let's use her. Oh, that won't even work. Okay. What do we have? We have like C1s and C2s or what? Let's take a look at each character here. Yeah, C1s and C2 for him, but we don't have to go out. C1 and C2 as well. Yeah, so we need someone that has a C3. All right, we know Bison has a C3. Let's be frank. Everyone is going for Bison, so we expect you to have Bison in your lineup there. So I'm gonna go right ahead and just put Bison there, okay? And it should be fine for now. Go right ahead and let's see how we succeed with that, okay? So obviously you guys can tell that Bison was on that pretty much around the show here. She was actually already taken out as early as possible, so meaning her influence was not as great as you'd expect. So that's it for me with regards to my opinion with regards to what's going on with this character right now. I'm not based on the gameplay. Like I said, her kit looks nice, with regards to the readings and all that stuff. But based on the gameplay here, we've had to just face like regular units, and we're losing her. I don't know if there's any influence with her, with her when it comes to her being lost. So what I want to do is I'm going to go right ahead and let's look at the character once again. Maybe we're still getting the benefits, because for what I read the last time, when we we're going through a kit, we didn't actually have anything that had to do with some boosts from when if she's taken out, right? So let's see here. Yeah, honestly, she seems pretty alright. After using her as a test, these are of course all initial tests, impressions, right? While we're doing this here, but once again I'll tell you the reason why I don't rate her after the test is number one, like I mentioned before, we did lose in one of the battles, but we didn't really lose after that. We were winning most of them, but we're winning in spite of her, not because of her, right? That's one thing I noticed, and which showed because most of the time she was taken out, and then the other units were doing the job. You're not going to have that benefit in PVE, so you're probably going to struggle with her. She looks better on paper, unless maybe things are not working as expected with regards to the speed, right? But then again, most of the time, there's hardly ever going to be a chance where you're going to be able to do a back-to-back combo unless you have every in your lineup where you. Well, what I'm trying to say is you're hardly ever going to have like a back-to-back chance where you fill up your combo meter before the other person. The other person is going through the meter as well. Of course, you can always deplete it with if you use energy zap and move, the Metsu token, but otherwise, what's supposed to be is that you're supposed to sort of like rapidly build yours as soon as they use theirs, but yeah, it's not super filling that way, which it's a bit of a shock. So I'm wondering if that's where the issue is. But otherwise, like I said, if Wash is there, she's just doing little damages here and there around while she's supporting. So that's pretty much my opinion on Summer Ibuki. Not too impressed. Out of the master characters, if I were to rank her, right now, I think the only person that was slightly more disappointed in more than her. I don't know if I want to say I was slightly more disappointed. I think she's kind of like the least. After all the tease, with her being available for the longest time, I think she's kind of like the most disappointing in my opinion. But the other person I was going to mention was special mention was Dante. But then he's a collab unit, and I wasn't going to go and risk getting him. So, yeah, that's pretty much it from me with regards to that. As you can tell, my tone right now, I'm sort of like a bit underwhelmed. I didn't like and also, of course, the other criteria that you want to use to confirm if the unit is going to be definitely dope or not is pretty much the, enemy lineup that you're going to face. So we're going to go ahead and go and try, Mommy Dowsing next. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just super underwhelmed about that. I didn't expect that result after all the kit that I read. So, but if we try, I'm going to try it again, and if I notice anything different, or I'm going to also try and see, what other people's opinions are. Maybe I'm missing something there as well, and I'll definitely let you guys know if there's any other reasons for optimism. But typically, my first impression tends to stick. No matter how I've seen other people's opinions, because obviously it's the way you use the character that really matters. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time here. If you like this sort of stuff, leave a comment below to let me know what your opinions are. You can even just tell me what do you guys think. Have you guys completed the trial missions, and do you think she's actually worth it? Do you think um not doing her enough justice, because like I said, the kit reads good, and of course, like the video as well, subscribe to the channel, would definitely be appreciated, and share the content with your friends, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.